Welcome to the AHA Show. Hi, I'm Jennifer Berman, and this is my gorgeous co-host, Miss Alex, too. And we are at the AHA Show, where we provide abundantly helpful advice through real stories of inspiration and achievement. And I'm so honored and thrilled today to introduce you all to not only one of my very closest and best friends, but he's also my entertainment manager, the infamous Mr. Tim Kessler.
Well, hello, thank you.
Hi, Tim. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
I'm just honored and blessed to call you one of my very best friends.
I feel the same way,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And after this, you and I as well.
We are going to be really close.
Yes, that's right.
Through the years, some things have happened to me in my life.
Yeah.
And I am a very private person because of the job that I had had before at such a high level. And you were one of the only people in my world that I opened up to.
Yeah.
And that I could be raw with, and I could be vulnerable with,
Yep.
and that I could be honest with, and you were never gonna judge me.
Absolutely.
And all you did was love me more.
Yeah, and that's the truth. And you have a very dynamic story, a very interesting one. And a lot of times we walk through this life and, you know, as hard as all of us work, I feel like all of us work hard, but sometimes someone like what you've been through to a large extent has to work 20 times harder. And for you to do it literally with a smile on your face, but not even just that. I don't know that I've met anyone as generous as you. Even going through the things that you've gone through, you're asking me what you can do to help me. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no. Like, I think one day you even said, sometimes I like getting my mind off my problem.
Right.
So tell me yours, you know what I mean?
That's what I said, yeah.
What can I do to help you? You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. Well, I'll help, you know what I mean? Like, but that is the truth. I mean, you have been, you're a point of inspiration and strength, yeah.
Well, thank you, and you have been for me as well. And it's just like I could not have gotten through so much of in my life, and just still kept going. And just the lovely words and the kind things that you say, that you did say to me at those hardest times. And I think that we all need that in our life. We've got to have friends that build us up.
Yeah.
And I went through some tough times, where, you know, not talking about the cancer, some other things that were going on that I don't like to talk about. And I couldn't talk to anybody, and I was so scared to like share that. And literally, you were like one of like 3 people that I told that to, and I took a huge chance in business on that.
Yeah.
Because he could have cut me and been like, I don't even want anything to do with you ever again. And instead, you didn't do that to me.
I found you more interesting. I mean, that's why I love what I do, to be honest with you, because the more interesting someone's story is, the more I don't shy away from that. And everybody goes through things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of how you kind of bounce on the other side of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also surround yourself with people that you can talk to about those things, and they'll support you through it as opposed to judge you through it. And again, I mean, it's so funny that, you know, you say I could have dropped you. I mean, none of that. I don't know that I put myself from anyone else. I don't think most people would have. I think they would have been there to support you. It wasn't like you robbed a bank, although I would have been totally cool with that too.
Yeah, no. No, people do drop, yeah,
Wow.
and they did. So yeah, people didn't know how to handle things and didn't know how to do that, and so they did nothing.
Yeah.
And that was the worst thing to do.
I just had an aha moment just watching the two of you. I mean, so much of the show is about authenticity and really bringing to life stories that aren't told. And so much of Hollywood is about the glitz and glamour. But, you know, just seeing the bond between the two of you, and just seeing how you can see that a relationship with manager and talent, and that is really what's real.
Yeah.
What would you give advice to somebody that's a new starlet or a new star that's trying to come out and trying to get in the industry, or even somebody that's trying to be an agent like yourself?
Okay, in terms of somebody who's coming out here to be on camera, I would probably say you have, especially now, you have all the tools to go ahead and create your own brand. Find out what you're super passionate about. Like pinpoint what are those things that you're passionate about. And then you have the tools to go ahead and put yourself on camera and tell the world who you are. And just make sure that you're passionate about it. Try, you know, if you're not passionate about clothes, don't talk about clothes, because it's gonna come down flat, you know? If you say, well, all these YouTube people are talking about apparel or talking about clothes, if that doesn't interest you, then don't do it. But everyone's interested in something, and the more passionate you are, the more it's gonna translate well on camera.
That's, you know, I can't thank you enough to give inspiration. that you do daily for me. And when I get down in the dumps, I at least have Tim that could go and do my fight for me or give me those uplifting words. My God, we all need a friend or somebody that supports us in this world. And I don't know how many times I've been on the other end of that line. I'm crying, you guys. I'm just like, I can't believe he just said that. Because it comes from you. And I know that coming from somebody at such a high level as yourself, to give that kind of love and support to me from the bottom of my heart, that's what gets me up in the morning.
Well,
so I love you dearly.
You're welcome, and I love you dearly as well. Absolutely.
So I can't thank you enough for being a loving and supporting friend, and we all need somebody like that in our lives, and not just our friends, but somebody that is supporting us in business as well. So I love you with all my heart, honey.
You got it.
Thank you for doing this.
You got it. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for watching the AHA Show. And remember, when life throws you for a loop, you can always rebound and grow. You're more strong and capable than you realize. So it's time for you to say AHA and realize it too. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yay!
That's amazing.
Do you dig us?
If you're smelling what we're cooking, hit subscribe and like. Here, let's do that. You do it again. I'll do it.